Hello everyone, my name is Sanjeev Kumar. I welcome you all viewers on my YouTube channel that is Salesforce Tour. So in today's session, I'm gonna discuss about the QA best practices through which we can achieve the best quality in our project. So let me go through the slide one by one and we will discuss the complete details. The one of the example here and let me go through that. So here over here I can see the index part where I have mentioned all those uh, bullet points that we will cover in the coming slides. So let's see, let me go through one by one. Table of contents. About first of all we'll talk about the best QA practices. Then we'll talk about the test cases review process in sign off, sprint life cycle closure process in sign off, requirement change handling process in sign off, integration testing process and sign off, data migration, format sharing, validation and sign off, CRM testing with different devices like Android, iOS, tablet, complete system walkthrough and sign off, final QA document sharing to the PM. So first of all, thank you so much for your participation. And this session is all about how you're gonna maintain your quality in the project as a tester, as a QA. If you are associated with any project, then what kind of steps, what can be the best steps that we need to follow, what kind of sign off will be required according to time frame. And let's move to the point number first, that is about the QA best practice. So, what is QA best practice? When it comes to QA best practices, you should not think twice. Indeed, it will bring a difference to all your processes, and your customers will assess it. Do you find the quality of your project perfect? I hope you do. But if not, luckily the software development world came up with the professional field, the primary aim of the aim, which is to ensure that your project quality is impeccable. Quality assurance is integral to your success. However, the QA process has to be set up correctly to work its magic, and here is where software QA best practices come into play. So let's talk about the next step 1. So in step 1, what can be done? In step 1 we will cover the test case review, creation and sign up process. So what can be the step 1 process? So before development, suppose you as a QA you assign to a project that is in requirement gathering phase yet not developed. Okay. So what kind of the work structure that you need to follow? First of all, as a QA you participate in requirement gathering to understand the business requirement from client only. You this time you are not taking the requirement from the BA or getting knowledge transferred by the BA person to QA. Means you are directly as a QA directly participating in requirement gathering. Second, all the updated document sharing from BA to QA. So step 2 would be, you have to as a QA you have to collect all the updated documents from business analyst. Third, test case creation. As a QA now you have uh, you have the requirement understanding, you have the updated documents. So now you have the BRD also, user story also. So you should go for the case test case creation. So according to user story you gonna create test cases. Once you done with the test case creation, each test case will be reviewed by BA. That is point number 4. And feedback sharing to QA. In this phase, what will happen? BA will review your all test cases, and if any particular change is required, any feedback according to if any flow is missing in this, any requirement gap is there, so all those corrections will be there. And BA is ensures that the written test cases are covered all the current requirement mentioned in the BRD. Once it will be done by the your BA person, and now BA person is giving go ahead that yes, your document is ready with the corrections. So now finally QA person will share the document submission to the PM. Now let's move to the next. Here is step 2. In step 1, what we will cover? We will cover from test case creation to submission to PM. Now, assuming that development is done, and as a QA, you have received your uh, confirmation from the development team that development is done. Now you go ahead and execute your test cases in the QA org. So, as a QA, you need to follow the below steps. First, take the unit testing result from the QA team, because as per development standard, whatever functionality is developed by any developer, so means he or she has to you know has to complete their unit testing for each functionality. So if is it possible to share all those results with the QA team, so it would be the great to analyze and test the result, the functionality. Now, assuming that as a QA person, you have ready your test cases, you have ready your org with you, and now you are ready to go ahead with the test case execution. So now moving to the step 4. Now QA will validate the functionality with the help of test cases. If in case of in case the failure of any test case, QA will follow the bug cycle. Means in case of any failure of test case, then that QA person will create the bug, and there would be follow up with the assignment, follow up, everything will be there. That would the part of bug cycle. And uh, and QA will ensure the severity of bugs has been followed. Means suppose would be a different severity, might be critical bug, or showstopper, normal, non-critical. So that kind of categorization will be there, so that development team will be work accordingly. If priority one bug will be closed first, then priority second will be closed in second priority. So that kind of categorization will be there to resolve the all the bugs and go ahead. If all the raised bugs are closed and all the test case are passed, QA team will take final round of testing and record this session. Understand, suppose you are working on sprint 1 of your project. So all test case you have executed, all the related bugs are closed. Now, before moving ahead, you're gonna take a final round of testing, and you are also recording this in your laptop, so that to ensure that yes, you have covered all those parts. Now you have done with your recording. QA team will give the sign up to PM for the client demo. It means now you, as a QA person, you are giving assurance to your project manager that build functionality is working as expected, and it is ready to ready for the client demo. Now step remains same for all the sprints. Means it is now you have completed a sprint one. Same activity process, step one, step two will be followed for all rest sprints. Now let's move to the next. Here you can see requirement change handling process and sign off. Means most of time what happened, after a demo, client has given some feedback, or some change in requirement happened in the end of the demo, or in between the demo. Then what kind of process, actually standard process, needs to be followed, so that every team member will be on the same page in case of change in requirement throughout the testing life cycle. So what can be the best practice? First, BA will take a call internally along with the QA team member, discuss the change in detail, and update the BRD user story accordingly, and change shall be highlighted specifically to QA team. Whatever change client is asking for, that needs to be highlighted. Step 1, step 2 process will be followed, means there will be the update, test case updation, reviewed by BA. Then execution will be there. If there is any bug in that process, so that will be fixed. Then we'll go ahead for the client demo, that now it is ready for the client demo. So now we are, means step 1 and 2 needs to be followed as usual, as we have already discussed in detail. Now we are moving to the point number three. QA team will ensure all the possible regression testing along with the actual business requirement, because this change came in between the testing process. So as a QA person will ensure that regression will be must to ensure end to end system check, because suddenly you are changing in between, after demo, means in between the functionality, so that can impact other functionality also. To ensure that nothing should be missed and everything as per client expectation, regression testing will be required. If all the rage bugs are closed and all the test cases are passed, QA team will take final round of testing, record the testing, means same step here will remain the same, means again QA team will take final round of testing, record the testing, and then QA team will give the sign off 2 p.m. for client demo. Means here we have discussed three bullet points, I would say. First, test case creation review. Second, you have executed the test cases, then you gave the sign up for client demo. Third, in between suddenly any requirement change comes in between your journey, then you need to follow the mentioned process, and now you are ready with the change. Now I'm moving to the fourth, that is integration testing process and sign off. In this session, what will happen? Integration means any other system data will be pushed up to the Salesforce or your project, or any particular value needs to be passed to that system, that is client earlier they are using or currently they want to use. So that kind of scenario will be there. So in that case there would be either insert or update. Might be some information you are getting from that system to your current application, or current application any change needs to be updated in that system. So QA will get the list of fields where value will be updated via different APIs. Insert or update, so here you need to check with certain test data, and whatever data needs to be checked according to the field. Suppose field 1 needs to be updated on particular functionality, so that kind of validation will be required in to ensure the insert and update is working as expected. Now we are here on data migration, format sharing, and validation, and sign off. Most of cases, client gave us to set up data, previous data that need to insert in the system. So as a QA team, here you need to understand the complete data. Means first of all, according to the object, you have to you have to review the all objects data structure and format. If format is not correct, then we need to communicate with the BA person that format should be like this. And once you receive your data in the given format, then also that insert data will be checked in the system, that and in to ensure the provided data is shared by the client is in the format and inserted in the system, then with one or two accounts, or whatever minimum test will be there, to ensure that the QA will validate all the functionality is working as expected and data is visible according to the functionality. Now, I'm moving to the next CRM testing with the different devices like Android, iOS, tablet. Now, modern days, most of clients expects that my build means my CRM will work on all those devices. But in some cases, as per business requirement, QA team will ask to the PM that according to the requirement, that application will be used on mobile or iOS or tablet or laptop or desktop. So that kind of, if confirmation is already clear, then it's okay. If client needs to check only the functionality on laptop, so that kind of requirement detail will be should be discussed with the project manager. Again, according to the business signed off, we need to check in different devices if needed. A QA team ensured that each device response is shared according to the client requirement. Means if client is asking for build for CRM will be used on iOS, Android, tablet, mobile, tablet, laptop or desktop, so all those test cases will be executed in the all given devices, required devices, and all reports will be shared accordingly for each device. Now we are here on the complete system walkthrough and sign off. So as per the journey, we have completed all those basic part. Now we are here to give the end-to-end system testing with set of data. So now you have already gone through with the different steps, and now your system is ready, and that activity is being checked before UAT. So here QA will perform end-to-end system testing with set of the data. Persona should be confirmed as real business user, and that will be done by QA team. Now we are here for final QA document sharing to the PM. So give means before go, already as a QA you have followed all the process and all process has completed. Now a QA will submit all the prepared test cases and other documents. UAT and production sanity report will be shared to the QA team also, and that's it. And that is the final step that the QA team has done. And thank you so much your participation. Thanks.